disappointing end to what was a terrific season?
I just wish it didn't end like that. They just played better than us. We beat ourselves a lot of times. Yeah, I mean, I think we had a great season, like he said, Kat said. But yeah, I just wish we didn't go out like that.
I think a lot of people say when you're young and you're experiencing the first time, you got to take your lumps to learn. Does it feel like that was what was happening maybe tonight with Luka and Kyrie, more experience and been there before?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is my first time. A lot of guys' first time even being in the playoffs, but let alone the Western Conference Finals. So definitely got to take your lumps and and grow through those situations. I think hopefully in the next few years or so, we'll be in the same situation when we're giving whatever young guys the whipping on the other end. So just stick with it, keep going. It's not the last time we'll be in this situation, hopefully, and just to keep growing.
What did you learn most from this longer run that you think will help going into the summer, going into next season? What stood out about the difference of playing at this level versus what you had before?
I think how in shape you are. I know a lot of guys were tired today. And obviously our play said that as well. I mean, it's a long season. Once you get to this point, I think we'll play over 100 games at this point. So being in shape, having the mental to where you can get through anything is possible. I think everybody pretty much had that mindset. It was just we didn't really break through that barrier where we were all active and ready to go as far as like shape wise, I guess. Like I said, everybody was pretty much tired. You could see it. I mean, that it showed.
Naz, reflecting on this season, what is something that surprised you about it that maybe you guys were excelled in more than you expected? And then also, what is something that it felt like you needed more of to be able to win this series and keep going?
I think how well everybody gelled together. I mean, obviously on every team, especially it being our second year, but I feel like everybody on this team, like they knew each other for at least 10 years, at least. We kind of grew into a brotherhood at some points, and sometimes you'd feel that connection. I think, I mean, not that you don't see that coming, but business of basketball, anything can happen. So it's just like, I know for me, growing up, and I used to be like to myself and stuff like that, to where now like I kind of like embrace those guys as like my older brothers and stuff like that. So then to where Jaden's like my younger brother and so forth and so on. So it's like just having those relationships and being able to communicate with guys on and off the court. And then what was your second question?
What is something that you guys needed more of to be able to win the series, keep going?
I think more brains. I think situations where or experience, I would say, just understanding time and situation, understanding what was at stake, what to bring in those moments.
Naz, what's something that you're going to try to work on this offseason to kind of come back and get better going into that next season?
Really my all-around game. I'm trying to expand each and every way like I've done in the past. From every standpoint, shooting, dribbling, defense, definitely defense, being able to guard 1 through 5 consistently, and being comfortable with it. Really just being a consistent basketball player for sure. I'm pretty much going to work on every facet of the game like I've done this far. So I think each and every year I've gotten better.
Any other questions for Naz?
Naz, this year with this team was positionally a puzzle, right? Particularly in the front court. Like sometimes you're playing the 5, sometimes you're playing the 3. What was like reflecting on that, kind of how you guys made all the bigs work together? How did that come together over the course of the season?
I think just playing off of each other was the biggest thing. Like understanding situations and being in positions. Like I know for me, like I've been in these situations before, maybe not in the NBA, but in situations before where I had to play the 3 or 4. So I kind of knew how to play off of Rudy and Cat in ways. I'm sure they're in the same predicament. So it's really just me and understanding, time situation, who I'm guarding, what play we were running, where to be, who I was guarding, things like that.
Now, as with you and Ant and Kat and Mike, you have so much offensive firepower at your disposal. What did Dallas do to you guys that made it so difficult to kind of get the shots that you wanted and be more efficient on that end?
They made us tired. They made us work. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, they were ready. I don't think we made their all-star caliber players work. I think that was huge on our end. We should have done that as players. Yeah, I think they made us work, 1 through 15 or whoever played.
And then when you just look back on this year with Sixth Man of the Year, beach towels, tattoos, like everything that happened for you, is this going to be a year that just sticks in your memory of
100%.
all of those experiences and the love you felt and everything?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's something that you dream about, especially like just to be in the NBA and then to have that type of love, especially from the team that you were brought in by. I mean, it's super huge, and I'm excited to go into next year. Just to show everybody how hard I worked and how hard I'm trying to bring something special to Minnesota again. I mean, it means the world, just for all the guys, people who got tattoos and, like you said, the beach towels, and then how hard I worked to get 6 man, and that goes to all the fans. I mean, they brought it, and it was huge. Definitely needed that, and it's a big confidence boost as well. Just to, especially when I check in the game, everybody's going crazy. So that's super love, and I appreciate every last person.
Naz, you mentioned playing off of both Carl and Rudy. You and Carl are such dynamic perimeter and inside players, and then Rudy has such gravity to him, especially around the rim. Do you think that's something going into next year you guys could lean into more, the three of you sharing the floor together?
Yeah, possibly. I think the situations where when we did do it, I think it went really well. So I don't see why not. Again, that goes into how much work I put in those situations this summer. So we're definitely going to be invested in that in this summer. So we'll see.